Good morning. Good morning. Hey guys, welcome to the SOS Business Success Podcast. I am your host, Bonnie Bonadeo, and oh boy, we're already in November. You guys, Thanksgiving is coming up next week, and we're on episode 90 here. I've done 90 of these podcasts that are chock full of really good, short, simple, pieces of content and strategy to be able to help you kind of build your business and thrive, of course, because we want you to thrive. But what happens and what's happening right now in most of where we're at due to the economy and everything else going on is that we're really only in survival mode. And I teach my clients to be able to get out of survival mode. And all 90 episodes that we have, including this one today, are little pieces of strategy and a lot of mindset that will help you be able to do that. Now, here's what I can tell you is that all of my clients really want a strategy to work on moving into the next year and to maintain focus and priority onto that strategy throughout the year. What happens though is that the storms brew and rise and come through, and it takes us off course. And when it takes us off course, we have to have a plan of action to go back to. Now, you all have heard this before. I know you have, that when you write things down, there is a much greater chance of you being able to accomplish it, fulfill it, whatever that is. And that's part of what it's part of what I'm always saying is like, let's just write it down. If it needs to change, or we need to alter it, or we need to set it aside because it doesn't become a priority anymore, then we do that. But these are the things you're saying that are important to you. These are the things that you're wanting to accomplish in your business, all with the intent to be able to have you be a profitable, thriving business. So today we're going to talk about sales in regards to our framework that I work with my clients on, which are these 5 anchors. So sales, operation, mindset, marketing, education. And what happens is that we get really tripped up in the area of mindset. And it's because we want to move forward with some kind of action, but something else gets in the way of us being able to do that. So I can tell you, I spend about 90% of my time with my clients on mindset. And it, 80 to 90%, and then it varies, 10 to 20% in these other areas. Sales is one of the areas that you absolutely need to spend some focus on, but not overcomplicate this part of it. Okay. The more complicated pieces to it comes when you're putting systems together in operations, when you're establishing a marketing plan to enhance or increase those sales, building more education around your business so that people are confident, and that the mindset piece then comes into play with that. And then naturally your sales increase. But we still have to put some focus on sales. And that's what we're going to do today. So we're talking about the points of sale here. Now, we know this is a big time of year where our clients are coming in, and they're getting their hair done, they're getting their services done. And what you want to do is you want to be able to take advantage of a few things during this time of year. One, obviously having them look their best for the holidays, but locking in and securing business on the books for the next year. So the rebooking piece of sales is critical to being able to not have that same old complaint saying, oh, January, it's so slow coming off of a busy season. It's so slow. No. Listen, if I wait 6 weeks to get my hair done, I don't have the same results with my blonde that I should have. So I'm at a 5-week window. I can't put it off. However, we're looking at our clients today, kind of trying to stretch things. So we're going to talk about ways to be able to communicate more effectively in this points of sale process here, this cycle that we need to take our clients through so that we can find ways to be able to add more value, maybe save them some money, but not be sacrificing what those results are. Because we know what happens if they wait too long. It's more money and it's more work and it's different results. Okay. So that's from a service perspective, but also we want to be able to talk about a retail perspective too, because I still think that we are missing the boat on this available spending that's out there right now with our retail environment within our salons, that whether it's, home care products, or whether it's, gift type products, or other, jewelry, miscellaneous products in between. We've got to get better at a business to be able to create that environment for them to want to spend money with us on more than hair. So let's look at this client cycle right now of, the points of sale here. So the first thing we want to be able to do is we want to be able to make a connection with them. So whether that's on the phone, as you're making the appointment, whether that is once they walk in the door, you want to make some kind of connection with them that's kind of giving them a little bit more than, oh, so we're getting a haircut today, or we're getting a highlight today. We're touching up your regrowth today. We want to be able to kind of expand it a little bit more. So there could be opportunities where that first connection that you're making is, while they're waiting for their stylist to come up to the front, you could say, oh, by the way, we have all of our holiday candles out if you want to go ahead and take a look at those today. Or you're sharing some information of, today only we're offering this particular promotion. Talk to your stylist about it, when they go, just something to create that immediate connection. This is kind of like, from a sailing standpoint, this is like the wind is coming at you. So take advantage of it. You now have wind, take advantage of it. But you kind of have to redirect now, because you can't be forced, directly into the wind and get the results you're looking for. Obviously, the second thing is with the stylist is, once you get into that consultation, is sharing more. So whether it's upgrading of services, whether it's making sure that they're locking in their next appointment, whether it's talking to them about the condition of their hair and what products might be best suited for them to take home and use, all of that stuff should be happening in the consultation. And then, of course, the service and the shampoo are two other critical areas that this happens in. Now, depending if it's a haircut, you're obviously the shampoo would come first. But if it's a coloring service, you're doing the service and then you're shampooing secondly. So you're talking about things within the service. You're talking about things while you're at the shampoo bowl. You're listening intently for the pain points that they're discussing, the things that they're trying to achieve, whether it's goals for their hair or frustrations with their hair. You're listening to those pain points and helping them to try to achieve them. At this point, instead of just kind of like immediately recommending a product or recommending something that you think is going to be a fix, remember, we have to gracefully work with our clients through this process. People don't want to be sold, but they do want to buy. They want solutions to problems, but they don't want to feel like they're being sold. And I think what's happened is we've lost the art of communication in this process of selling, that when a client says, oh God, my hair's been so dry lately, we immediately place a fix on it, instead of educating them and sharing a story. And this starts with maybe asking more questions. Do you feel like it's drier than normal? Have you done anything differently lately? And this could be a carry on from the consultation. Maybe this didn't get brought up during the consultation, but now as you're in the middle of the service, they're sharing this information with you. So you want to be able to look and source, where's the problem coming from and how can I solve it? And that's through kind of conversation, not, well, I have a product that's going to help with your hair feeling dry, and I'll show it to you on the way out, or here it is, or you're doing this kind of like this dog and pony show presentation. Clients aren't comfortable with that. You're not even comfortable with that, I know. And a great way to be able to do this is to share a story. So it could be that they say, my hair has been so dry lately, I don't know what's going on. And so you're asking curious questions to be able to kind of get to the point or the root of this cause, and also looking for ways to be able to solve the problem. And a great way to be able to do that is say, you're not the only one. Many of my clients have been coming in complaining about dry hair. I think a lot of it is due to stress. And or we might be finding less expensive ways to be able to take care of our hair, and then we're not getting the results that we need. And then at this point, as you're working yourself into the styling process with that client, you can share with them ways that they can do things differently at home. This is the time where you're sharing particular products that you might find are better suited for them. And then, of course, the final piece of this is to be able to create this touch close point. have them touch their hair, have them touch the products. Create that connection with touch in the end to be able to support this process going through. Okay. It's critical that that part of it doesn't just become, I'll leave it up front, or, this is the product that I use, but not putting it in their hands, or not letting them smell it or touch it or feel it or even feel their hair. So that part of it is really locking in that final emotional connection here. And then I'm going to share with you one other piece of this, that in the beginning part of this sales cycle, I'm calling it, okay, this 8-step sales cycle, is you're working more on the emotional part of the client. Okay. You're making that emotional connection. You're emotionally connecting them during the consultation. You're physically, touching them and emotionally connecting with them during the service, shampoo, looking for those pain points, emotional connection. As you kind of get to the part where you're educating, sharing a story, styling, and then creating that touch close, it's more of a physical connection with them. With that final piece, when they physically touch something and they're emotionally connected to it, then the sale is more likely to happen. Now, if that's an upgrade with, a particular service, you're upgrading them to a treatment, a different toner, a more gentle lightener, any of those type of things, you're still creating that picture, that educating them on that picture, that it's physically going to be better for them and that they're going to feel and notice the difference in the end. So there's your 8 cycle for creating the points of sale. And we have to touch on each and every one of these. We can't skip any one of these in order to make that real. So as I talked about in the beginning here, if you want business on your books in January, then you have to rebook your clients today. If you want clients to being able to, maintain and lock in that timeline that you're working with them on in order to have their hair look their best, be maintained, not be more work and or different adverse results, then pre-booking them, providing them home care, and or upgrading them on anything that makes sense while you're doing the service. I've said this 100 times, you guys, out of the 90 podcasts, I've probably said it 1,000 times in these 90 podcasts, that there's really only 2 ways to increase your sales. And it's sell more to the clients you have and or find new clients. And that it's a lot easier to sell to the clients that you already have because you've got that built-in relationship. Okay. But there is a point where any one of our businesses needs new clients. And that's a whole different strategy. Selling more to the clients you have is a relationship-based strategy. Selling to new clients is a different strategy. And we'll talk about that as we're kind of rolling into the next year. But it's the same with my business. This is no different than my business. So I'm opening up my books for 10 new clients in 2023. So as I'm working with the clients that I have now, I've carved out space and time to be able to work with new clients. As you guys know, I work at Intrigue Salon with my fiance, Jeff. So all of the things that I implement in that salon are based on tried and true results. So I'm not bringing it to this podcast if I haven't tried it and it's not working. I'm not, sharing anything on this podcast that we're not doing in the salon in order to get the success and the results that we're doing. And all of our businesses, I think, we could say that we struggled in 2020 due to the pandemic. We could say that we were rebuilding in 2021, but I can tell you that business is very different in 2022, and we need to look at it differently. We need to marry the digital portion of our business with the in real life portion of our business. And we've got to start getting smarter and operating differently. So you'll hear a lot of that in my 2023 podcast coming up. But if you're at that point where you're like, I can't keep doing the same thing and getting the same results, or not getting the results that I want, then maybe it's an opportunity for you to set up a free session now. So it's a 1-hour session that I'm offering to be able to share with you kind of the approach that I use with my clients. And you can be one of these 10 clients in 2023. So you can go to www.soscoachme.com, soscoachme.com. come and set up that free consultation. And you'll see this posted as well. You could always go to my Instagram bio and find a link to be able to book a strategy session, a complimentary strategy session with me as well. So you can go to my IG account on there. Also head to my IG account, because all of these things that I've worked on for this year in 2021 and 2022 are all available to you. They're free downloads, and there'll be some education kind of supporting them going into the next year as well. But one of the things you might want to download now is the 2023 SOS strategy book. So look it over. You might find that you can do this on your own. It's a DIY project for you. But if you need the support of a coach, then please feel free to set up a session with me. So download the 2023 SOS strategy workbook. You also have the 10 secrets to salon hiring success. We are at capacity. Like we're looking for probably assistant, affiliate, protege people in the salon, but we're at capacity with the number of stylists. We've had an enormous success in bringing in new stylists into our business this year and keeping them busy. So, these are the secrets that we use to be able to do that. There's also the SOS Guide to Recession-Proof Your Salon. Listen, inflation is high, recession is on the books. I don't care whether you argue we're in a recession or not, clients are penny pinching right now. I saw a client at the front desk yesterday, and she bought 2 products and it came to $50. And that was one of our reasonable lines, right? Because one of our Orbay shampoos is $50, right? So 2 products of Orbay would have been easily $80, $90, $100. But she bought 2 products, it came to $50, and she was shocked. And now, if we weren't in the mindset of having to be a little bit more conservative right now, she wouldn't have thought nothing of it. But because she's in the mindset of, I have to be careful where I'm spending my money, $50 was a lot to her. And we have to be prepared for our clients saying this, not just about retail products, but also our services, because I think we all went gangbusters on raising our prices because we could. Everybody else was, so why shouldn't we? And in most cases, it was the right thing to do. However, now we're going to have to justify our pricing with some of these clients coming down the road. So if you're not fully booked, 90% or more booked, there's a potential you might be losing clients to trying to find a better price for things. So we have to also be able to make sure that we're adding more value, make sure that we're creating that emotional connection with our clients. Maybe we don't need to be double booking our clients so that we can spend that time with our clients and have them feel that value of what we're charging them. So, and if you're kind of in that space where you're like, I'm lost right now, then maybe the balance wheel is the one free PDF download that you can take advantage of. And it's just going to be able to have you look at you personally. It's very much a mindset piece, but it looks at you personally of maybe these areas of opportunity in your personal life as to where you might be missing a little bit of the balance. So, community, spiritual, work, career, relationships, family, friends, finance, health. You can kind of do your own little graph and chart with this download, and to be able to see where you're at, and then see if there's some things that you want to take advantage of going into 2023 to balance out your life a little bit more. So again, all of these are available. If you head to my IG, click on bio, and then you'll see the variety of links that are accessible to you to be able to download for free. And again, if you're looking to book a session with me, you can go to soscoachme.com. All right, guys, thanks for listening today. Let's continue to support the consistent growth of sales, but let's also make sure that we're creating really valid conversations with our clients, that we're emotionally connecting with them so that they want to say yes. All right, see you next time.